touch anything. It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton. I love that intro. Thank you, Bulldog, from the Rude Awakening show in Maryland, in Ocean City, Maryland. That's a shout out to my buddy Bulldog. He's been on the air about 30 years, man, right?
What a setup they have over there.
Yeah, they do. They got a great setup. I am with today. I got Nick here. Nick has been coming on more. He's co-host. He's also my assistant, and he really is running stuff around here. So anybody who works with us and comes to the office or tries to contact me, they're going to find out. They usually get with Nick because we're so busy, man. Right, Nick? I mean, it's fun.
It's crazy, yeah.
I mean, really.
It's fun. It's fun. Being busy is definitely way better than
not
sitting
being busy.
around. Yeah.
It's not even just that. I mean, we love what we do, everybody here. You have to love what you do. If you don't love what you're doing, don't do this shit. I mean, and you notice, Nick, I probably work, I don't know, fucking crazy hours, you know? And you...
Should I tell them the hours you work? Or should we just... You work a lot. You work a lot.
You do too now. I mean, I give you a lot of credit, Nick, you know, and there's not many people that can keep up with me and what I do. And I don't mean
you, not you.
He's fucking ass. Don't be an ass, Nick. Don't fuck it up, Nick. No, and what has happened is that I'm really loving things. First of all, we're going to start the show in a great stuff. First of all, we always love to thank Oliva Cigars, man. They are really great. They are the producers of my cigars. They manufacture them. Everybody else want to know, well, who makes the cigar? I blended the cigar. That means I put the flavors together, the leaves together, and picked what I wanted. And then, of course, they have fields, and they grow it, and they do stuff. It's a really process. People don't know the difference between a premium cigar and how it works. And
what is it?
A premium cigar is a cigar that takes so long to make, and they're literally handmade. When I say handmade, literally, the whole process is handmade. The fields are hand-tilled. They're when they're planted, it's not machines. It's not like a big cornfield and the guys up there. They are unbelievable. Oliva Cigars got 6,100 employees. About 6,000 of those 6,100 are in Nicaragua.
Did you go out there?
No, I'm going out there, though.
Okay.
You're going out there, too, just to let you know. So that's another thing.
Passport.
Hello, Nicholas. I've been telling Nick to get a passport. Well, today's Friday. We thanked Oliva Cigars. We have a show coming out on our website, and that's called the Cigar Show with Larry Lawton, and we already got 3 episodes in the hopper. That's ready to go. We're going to have a lot of fun with that, I think. It's just another, you know how I love to do content.
Yeah.
That's what we really love to do. I also want to shout out to my book, Gangster Redemption. If you have not gotten Gangster Redemption, please go check it out. Go into any one of our videos. Everybody, you know, I told you, I get calls. I got an email the other day. Where can I get your book? It's $150. No, it's not $150. It's $19.95.
I got an email too where it was like, "Hey, I'm looking. I don't think I have the right price."
What did it
like,
say?
Well, if you, I responded. I was like, "It's in all the video descriptions." I sent him the link.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like $70.
Yeah, because online people sell second edition. But I got some great news I'm going to pass on today about that.
You have all those books we found
reorganizing
the office.
We rearranged our office and our storage area, and we found some original, the first ones, the signed, numbered copies. And we're going to be doing either a raffle. I think we should do a raffle, or we do a auction, which I don't know which one we're going to do, because we are talking book 12. 12. I signed these books, book 12. And it's all numbered and signed. They even have what they call cover flaps in them. It's a little bit different than the book you get out now.
I was like, why are these look so different?
It's just the cover is different. I mean, obviously the words in the book are the same, but it's different, really. And that was the first edition, period, and signed by me, and they're pretty cool. And we have number 19, number 12, a couple other higher numbers. But there were only 3,000 of that original printing done, period. That's done, never be done again, never printed like that again. So we're going to do something with that. That's going to be pretty cool.
3,000 of them?
That was it.
What happened to the rest? You sold them? You
oh,
sold
yeah,
them?
they
Oh,
go-
okay,
oh,
okay. Did you
yeah.
number them and everything?
Everyone.
Oh,
I didn't.
okay,
I mean, it
that's
was
cool.
numbered by the printer,
Yeah,
and then we put the number in because everyone had to be signed and registered.
Yeah.
So there's no double number. You know?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you have original, you have one that will never be again. So if you have number 12, of fucking.
If anyone's listening,
just
have a number 47.
A little
email me.
sign note. See, some people wanted specific numbers
Yeah.
because of their birthday.
Oh,
or
for
something
sure.
of
That's
that.
so cool.
And a little bit side note, just for you, little Nick, I'm going to show you a little area I have here that's a secure area. And I have numbers 1 through, I think, 10. Or maybe I do or don't. I might have gave a few of those away, but there's a few left that, are the single-digit numbers. And I had a guy offer me, he goes, I'll pay you $500 for that number. No. I just can't,
Pay me 10 grand in a couple years.
You're
holding out.
Tomorrow.
You're holding out.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. You're holding out.
No. So that's cool. We just found that because Nick and I really did house cleaning here, which is pretty cool. Check out my cigars. Crooked Diamonds, everybody. I'm smoking one now. I'll be smoking one. They are the best. They really are. I love these cigars, man. And here they are. I mean, this is the Crooked Diamond cigar. We're having fun with the cigar. It's going, like people say, you can go a lot of different ways with it. You can get to what they call big distributors and stuff like that. But I don't do that. I make sure it's done the way it is. Who's coming back? All right, look at this. We just started a show.
Uh-oh.
We're 10 minutes into the show.
Uh-oh.
No, we're 6 minutes into the show. And we have a special guest coming on the show.
Ma!
Right. Mom, you want Mom, can you sit down for a minute? Just
Ma, can you sit
1
down, please?
minute. It won't hurt
Right
you.
here.
1 minute. We just want to ask you a question or two. Right here. Dave, you'll put you in a chair right here. Right here. This chair. We have a special guest here. Pull it out,
Oh,
Dave. Yeah,
my goodness.
Yes.
This is probably the most special guest that you've ever
This is
had
the
on
most
here.
special guest I've ever had on this show. And, people who know me, Dave, you want to move that back up for her tight? The button over here on the right, it'll make the back straight. This button over here. Yeah, right on the bottom.
How was your hair appointment? Is it good?
Yeah.
Good.
Now, Ma, you can lean back if you want. Now, bring the mic right to your face or lean up to it, Ma. Go ahead, right in there. That's good. Go, bring the mic. Talk up, Ma. Go ahead.
What?
Oh, just what? Okay, everybody, just to let you know, we're in the studio, and I got Nick here, and Mom loves Nick. I got to say, Mom loves Nick. Nick has been with us a while. Well, I mean, he was really official this week, but he's been here for a couple months almost, right?
Been here for a while.
I call it
Haven't I, Mom?
I call it
No.
interning. Well, we got my mom in here. My mom is 90 years old. I'm very close with my mother. And boy, she's the only one who can still yell at me the way she does.
It's awesome.
But she
when
don't
she
yell-
does, it's awesome.
You like? Why does everybody who's young like when you yell at me, Ma?
I don't know.
No,
Because you're the only one that can yell at him.
You're the only one I don't get mad at and yell back. Well,
Yes, you do.
do I yell back really?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, you see
Uh-oh.
that? Oh my God! How was your hair appointment?
Good.
My mom has been going to the same hairdresser for how long?
Since 84, I moved 84, 86.
Since 1986, you have been going to the same lady. So that's 35 years, more than that. Wow, minus 3, it's 37 years. You've been going to the same lady for 37 years.
She got her on a retainer.
Wow, man. And you followed her from place to place?
Yeah.
Wow. What would you do without her?
I don't know. Find somebody else.
That's why
What
you
would you
live to
do?
90. We've been doing some study. Nick and I have been asking. That's why we want to ask you a few questions. We've been discussing with people. How do you live to 90? You're 90 years old. You were born in 1933, so you're 90. You've seen a lot, Mom. Obviously, you've seen me. Go to college, do this, and be a professional, a master's degree, and do nothing, and be a good student. No, only kidding. She's looking at me like, what? She's crazy now, my son. We're having a drink too, Ma, during our show.
Good.
We do. You want a drink?
No.
A little wine?
No.
little
No.
wine?
No. No.
Nah, my mom doesn't drink or do anything. She'll have a wine occasionally, and that's about it. But Ma, So you're born in 1933. You grew up in Brooklyn and the Bronx, New York, right? You broke up Brooklyn, right?
Right.
Wow. Where in Brooklyn?
Bay Ridge.
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. My mom grew up in Bay Ridge, and you know what? You know where she used to work at Maimonides Hospital. Is that right?
Yeah.
Where was it? Do you remember where it is?
Oh, it was down the street from me. I don't know.
Yeah, Maimonides
don't
Hospital
It
has
was
been.
close enough.
It is still around today. Maimonides Hospital, Ma. Brooklyn has changed, obviously. My grandmother, when she came here from Canada, they lived in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn was goat fields.
Why'd your mom come down here?
Canada. She was a
Oh,
singer.
why though?
Oh, my grandmother came
Yeah.
here. She was on vaudeville. But go ahead, Ma. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, my grandmother was a singer,
Oh, yeah. She was an opera singer.
opera singer, and she was on vaudeville with George Burns, like Bob Hope. Those guys who all started on vaudeville. Vaudeville was like a stage back in New York City.
Okay.
It was a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
thing, and of course, young people wouldn't know that. But that's where she was. She was a singer, boy.
Is it like that play area?
Well, I don't know exactly if that was the area myself,
Okay.
but vaudeville was the thing they did. That was in the 20s, in the 1920s.
I can't comprehend that.
No. Even my mother, that was before my mother was born.
Yeah.
My grandmother worked in Macy's. She used to talk about Macy's in Manhattan. Remember that Macy's I showed you? Downstairs, the Macy's. That's where the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade is. It's still
Okay,
going on.
yeah.
My-
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my mother still watches that every year.
Yeah.
Right,
it's
Ma?
a big
On
thing.
TV. Yes.
What's the things you watch now on TV, Ma? I want for my audience. I want them. You tell them what you watch and stuff.
I watch the Game Show Network. That's it, and news.
You watch the news. You don't watch much news because it's so bad. You
well,
tell me
at
that.
certain times I watch it.
Don't you wait a minute?
When there's storms. and
Wait
the
a minute.
weather and-
What else do you watch?
I tell you, just game shows.
No. What about on Saturday nights at 7 p.m.?
Oh,
Lawrence
Lawrence
Welk. She watches Lawrence Welk. My mother will tell you this. I was very close with my dad, right, Ma? You knew that, of course. And he was the boss of the gang. Only kidding. He was a good guy. My dad was was he a good husband, Ma? Really? Oh,
He was
don't
the
give me the
best.
eyes.
he
Tell
was the best.
the best. How long were you
Oh.
married, Ma?
Almost over 50 years.
Yeah, 50 years.
Over.
And he was great, huh? He was always there. You know, my dad used to take us, Nick, to the Bronx Zoo
On Sundays.
and give my mother a break.
The coolest thing that you told me was on birthdays, it was just him and the kid. It wasn't all the other siblings.
Right.
So
Tell
it
him, Ma.
wasn't bogged down with, Dad, can we do this? And no, it's just a sibling
Te-
and the
Mhm.
dad. That was
Tell what he
cool.
used to do, Ma.
Yes.
What did he do?
What?
What did?
I don't know what you did when you were out with them.
No, what I'm saying. Did Dad take us out?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Every Sunday. Well, when I was working.
Do you remember?
Every Sunday he'd take you.
Do you
to the
remember-
Bronx Zoo or whatever.
Do you remember the special day we used to go? When McDonald's just came out, and this is in
Just came out?
the 60s, 1960s.
Just dropped
Just dropped McDonald's.
with the one arch.
I don't know. It was one. Yeah, whatever it was. I don't even know if it was one or two. I don't even know what it is.
Well, when it came out, they just
McDonald's. That's funny. That's funny. McDonald's came out. We used to go. We had a Country Squire station wagon. Do you remember that? I mean, Mom doesn't remember everything. In
I don't remember anything.
You know what?
don't
That
remember
do you know
nothing
why
about
that was
that.
really helpful? When the FBI came to my mother, she goes, "I don't remember anything."
I don't.
Did the FBI ever talk to you when I got arrested, Mom?
No.
No. I remember they surrounded this house.
I don't remember that either.
Yes.
Is that when I woke up?
No, that was
No.
the other day.
Oh,
that was
the
when you were
swatting.
swatted.
Oh,
Ooh, I really didn't talk about that too much online.
You should.
No, I shouldn't.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I
want
mean-
copycats and stuff like that.
No, but you called your local police department, and they better call you before any
Yes.
calls come in.
No, they didn't call me. They told me they had me in. And,
No,
and-
but you set it up. You
my
call
mom-
your stations.
And I leave.
Look, she wants to leave.
Yeah.
One sec. Wait, a couple more questions. Is it? Are you okay? You want to drink a little
No.
ginger ale?
No.
A little milk? I know why you want to leave, but I want to ask you one or two more questions. One or two more questions. Okay? Is that okay? You're sitting in the
Okay.
chair now.
Now.
Okay. Who's your favorite cat in this house, Molly or Daisy?
See, I
We
don't
have two cats. I have two cats.
I
I
don't
brought.
have- I don't have a favorite. They're both good. Molly is just more active than Dolly. Dolly is very
Daisy.
Daisy rather.
Right.
Very,
You call me
quiet.
David too, so that's
I
okay.
know. Well, I told you, my mind is going.
Nah, your mind's pretty sharp, Mom. You're 90 years old. I'm gonna be gone. One last question, and that is it.
Good.
It's Easter month. Is it today Easter month? When is today Easter?
No.
No, I mean this Sunday Easter.
No. This Sunday is Palm Sunday. Next
Oh,
Sunday
did the
is
lady come to
Easter.
give you ashes yesterday?
Yes,
Or
not ashes. Yes, she did.
she give you the communion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Nick, you got a chance to use that. Oh, anyway, Mom, thanks for coming on. I just want
Thank
to.
you.
We appreciate you
luck.
coming on. People
Thank
got
you.
to hear you for the first time ever, everybody. That is my mother.
And the last time.
No, you said you'd do a video. She's going to smoke a Crooked Diamond with me.
What?
You're going to smoke a Crooked Diamond cigar we talked about the other night.
No.
Oh, yes. You like cigarettes. You've been smoking a pack a day for 70 years. And that's how you live to 90. Nick is actually helping Mom out with the walk. Mom, thanks, Mom. Love you. All right, that's my mother, everybody. It's pretty cool to have your mother come on the show. And it's, I don't get, I built the studio in the house so I could be with my mother to take care of her. Because she's 90, she's a little bit failing. She can't get around as much anymore. And she's doing well, though. I mean, as far as she's losing, a little bit forgetfulness and all that kind of stuff. And listen, it's called probably early stages dementia. But she is still having fun. She makes me smile. She yells at me all the time, which makes me smile now. I'm 61 years old, and my mother yells at me. I mean, think of that, guys. That is wild when you think about it. And it makes me laugh. I mean, sometimes it does. It really does. I get a kick out of it. But anyway, so I have a drink. Nick is booking her in, and we are going to be making some phone calls. We are going to be talking today about Donald Trump getting indicted. Donald Trump was indicted. Before I get started on that, I am showing a piece of, man, I am so mad at myself. Prosciutto.
Why do you have that out?
My
Why?
God,
It's
this
not.
bad.
It shouldn't be in the house for the past year and a half.
Well, no. This was given to me by a very, very close friend for Christmas.
In the '60s.
No, this is a prosciutto.
It's turning brown.
It is.
Just for anyone who's listening.
I was going to try to eat
You
it.
have. Yeah, you tried. You
Should I
tried to
eat
give
this?
it to me.
Should I eat this on a show and see
Eat
if I
it.
die?
Eat it.
No, I'm talking make a whole show out of it. I think maybe we could do that. People would like to see me eat meat that is.
Yeah, I don't want you opening it right now.
Oh, God, does it smell awful? You have to eat this by 2/28, so it's not that old. 2/28, 23. What is it, 3/28? It's 4/1? It's only a month old, but it was never.
It's meat that isn't even in the fridge.
Yeah,
It's
it was
old.
never refrigerated.
It's old.
It was never refrigerated. It smells.
It smells.
God.
You tried sending it home with me today.
Well, I tried to give it to Nick, and he wouldn't accept it. Okay, Nick. Now we're gonna start the show. But wasn't that fun to have Mom
That was
on?
cool. That was really
People
cool.
don't know. Nick is in here every day. Nick is here every day, and Nick is like I said, my right hand man. He helps me with Mom. He helps me with a lot of things, and she loves Nick.
Oh, me and Ma hang out all the
Oh,
time.
you know what's funny about you and Mom? She sticks up for you now.
Yeah.
The other day, I'm mad. I am
Exactly.
trying to get it. We work out. We walk. How about? I probably walked 3.5 miles that day.
It was 4.
Well,
Like
I think my thing says 3.8, and it was all that because I came home and went right to bed. We went into the day. I don't think I worked 100 steps after that.
Oh yeah, you walked in the door. You went to bed.
I mean, it was about 7 at night. I was beat just because we had to walk, and we walked fast going, and we come back.
And that was the earliest I've ever been like, oh shoot, Larry is asleep.
No.
Holy cow!
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I was in here like, fuck.
Larry
Holy
actually
shit.
went to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I said? Let me lay down for a minute.
I didn't
That's what I
bother
said.
you. I was like,
No, you didn't.
No.
But I said to myself, I said, let me lay down for a minute, and I'll get up in a half hour, and I'll go back into the office. Because Nick was working. I said, Nick, go home, man. We had a long day. And he goes, I got a lot to do. So he started
emails,
working.
I
Yeah,
had-
so he
I
did.
had a lot of stuff.
You can lock this. I think it's better if you lock it. Anyway, so Nick does, what does he do? He comes in, and he's working. And my mother sees that he's working. And she sees that I'm sleeping. She comes into me every hour. What are you doing? Nick's in there working. I said, Mom, he knows what to do. He has a key. He comes and goes. Why are you bothering me? But he's working. You're not. Mom, I'm in here at 2 in the morning and he's home sleeping. What are you talking about?
But then she's like, "Why are you up?
She-
Why are you working?"
She is amazing. She comes
She's
in here.
awesome.
She's losing a little bit. She's got. Have you seen her slip a little? Be honest. You could. You have
Yeah.
to talk, Nick. You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
Make
yeah, I know. Yeah, I just.
I mean, you've been here 6
Yeah, I
months.
have.
I mean, off
Yeah.
and on, and I'm seeing it so much that she's. That's why I wanted to sit her down. I do want to do a video with her pretty quick because she's losing her. She's pretty sharp at certain things, but she does Sudoku, but she really just keeps going back to the back page and filling in the number. And watch her one day.
Well,
No,
if
meaning
that's
there's no
what she does,
Sudoku.
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
She go to the back to the answer,
Mhm.
puts it in there, looks, goes to the. I'm like, well, you're not doing it. You're just copying numbers from one page to another. But
It's a routine.
boy, you want to talk routines. Older people get into routines, and I don't. Nick will tell you that. That's one thing I don't do. Do I? Be honest. Be honest. Over on the show, be honest.
No, you're all over the place.
That's my ADD.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think I have ADD?
200%. Yeah.
200%.
sure.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Nick, it was nice to see my mom come in here. And she just comes about every Friday of whatever, 36 years. She goes to the same lady on Friday at 10. And here's what she gives her. The haircut costs probably $7, $8. I don't know what the hell they cost. I mean, she has no hair anymore almost.
I bet you that haircut does not. Oh, I mean, she's been with her 35 years.
She gives her
But
a
I would
$20
say-
bill every time she's a kid. Because she says, you have 20s. Because she
Yeah.
can't, if I try to give my mother 100, we got to do that right on air one time on a video. Ma, here, I owe you $100. Here's $100. No, she starts panicking that she has a $100 bill. I said,
Why?
Mom, it's a $100 bill. What am I going to do with it? I can't use it. I don't know. It's no good. Get it back. I don't want it.
What?
Yeah.
How is it no good?
Well, because she doesn't think she can break it. Like,
Oh,
'cause
she doesn't. Back then, could they not break hundreds that easy?
No, actually, there wasn't many. I mean, they had them. Gangsters like us had them. But normal people didn't have $100 bills. Man.
Why?
Listen, you got your salary at $200 a week. I mean, you think about that. I mean,
Yeah.
if that.
My grocery bill is about fucking 400.
Oh, of course.
So,
Today, the
I
prices.
can't really comprehend someone not having $100.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we go to the store now, and it's amazing. But not only the store, I look at, like, when I was in the military, when I was in the Coast Guard, my salary for the Coast Guard was $345 a month. A month. And but obviously they gave you the room and board. I mean, you're on a ship, you live in a ship. They feed you every meal and all that kind of stuff. But it was $345. And this was in 1979. So in 1979, my salary was $345 a month. Now I have no idea what they make. I couldn't have a fathom of what people make in the military. I know I'm retired military and I get a pretty good check. I get way more money
Than
now.
you were making.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
my
crazy. Yeah.
gosh. And that's retired. But it's just the way it is. That's because the salaries. But I've been retired since 1986. Think of that. 1986. I'm a retired disabled veteran. I mean, that's before your mother was born.
Can't
No.
comprehend that.
Your mother was born in 72. Right? 73. Didn't your mother say her and I were going to date one time? I'm only teasing.
fucked up.
He said,
You're fucked up.
He said, don't tease me about my mother. Don't tease me about it. Of course, I'm going to jump right in there and tease him. But anyway, everybody.
Jab.
Oh, bam, 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 bam. Hit the head. No, things are good. But we're going to talk about today, and I even have a call in and some comments from a YouTube post I did. We're going to talk about Donald Trump being indicted.
Uh-oh.
Can you believe he was indicted?
I can.
You can
Yeah,
believe it?
It's
What do you think about it? What's your opinion about it, Nick?
I don't know much about politics. Just throwing that one out there. I don't
Why
follow it
wouldn't you
too
know
heavy.
about politics? I don't get why young people don't know about politics because that's how the world runs, or at least the United States.
I wasn't taught. I was growing up in all my schools and everything. We weren't allowed to learn about politics.
What do you mean you weren't allowed? They have a
We-
political
no,
science class.
No, we weren't. I grew up in a Catholic school. You can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're one of those.
Yeah,
like
you
me.
Can't. You can't. You cannot talk about politics.
This
in
is on a
Catholic
serious
schools.
note,
No.
and I don't mean this to be funny because I'm not. This is not a funny topic. You know my story, being abused when I was young. Did anything happen to you in Catholic? Okay,
No,
good.
no.
Thank God. You know, I always look at that, and it happens
Were the
more than you
priests
think.
creepy? Yes, they were.
Oh,
But
right. I mean,
no, nothing happened.
you actually noticed it, and that was only 10 years ago,
Yeah.
probably, right? I mean, how
No,
old
we
you?
had a priest.
You're
that-
25.
We
Nick.
always had a priest that he actually left due to he
Oh.
was transferred like most priests are. Let's just put it that way.
What a crock of shit that is.
Yeah.
You know, let's just transfer the molester to some new
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, to
What the
a new
fuck
batch.
is
To
that?
a new batch.
That is one of the things that pisses me off about, the older people, even my age. But I'm not like that. I get so mad that we as a society don't want to attack problems front on, just like policing.
Yeah.
You know, what do they do when they have bad cops? They fire them, and then before you know it, they get hired by another department, and they just abuse again.
Yeah.
Instead of fixing the problem, fire the motherfucker and put in there that can never be a law enforcement officer again. Period. I get bad people. Listen, I was one, and I get second chances, but you shouldn't have a second chance at a place with power that you can control people.
Yeah.
With when you already abused people, you can't do that. Now abuse is even worse. And these priests, they try to hide them. How the fuck do you hide a child molester?
They do it.
They smell
well.
the fucking
They
kids
do it
out.
well.
Yeah,
They do
isn't
it
that
very
sad?
well.
Did you know
Yeah.
any of your friends or anybody that was molested?
No, I mean you don't talk about that.
Yeah,
you
see,
know?
even
So,
today, people,
yeah.
nobody really talks about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't, listen, it took me into my 30s.
Yeah.
Before I even
We had a
said it.
priest that would stand outside the gym class, and when we'd come in, like out of gym class, he would always be like, "Oh, hey, ladies, looking really hot today." And then
To the
he would-
boys, too?
No, just the
Yeah,
girls.
yeah, he
at
was really
times.
looking at the
Yeah,
boys.
Yeah. That's what the weird part was. He was always just hitting on the chicks, and then he was.
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
Jesus. You hear what Nick just said, everybody? That's the weird part. Wow, is that fucked up? Wow. All right, let's get back to politics. All right, Nick, what is your opinion on Donald Trump being indicted? Now, let me explain to everybody out there if you don't know. If you don't know, you're under a rock. Obviously, it's on every news outlet in the world right now. The first time a president of the United States has been indicted. Now,
crazy.
let me explain what an indictment is. A grand jury gets impaneled. Now, they have grand juries all the time for all cases, and they sit on that grand jury for, could be 3 months, 6 months. It depends. They hear multiple cases, and it's not like, but when they have one case, they impanel a grand jury. When they impanel a grand jury, it's not a trial, so it's not like impaneling a jury. There's a different qualifications for indicting somebody than there is for
So
convicting
do
them.
they get to handpick the quote unquote?
No,
No?
they do not.
Okay.
No, they do not. They don't. It's not like a jury where you have the questions. They have a standard questionnaire and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But it's not like when they impanel a jury. That's why they get enough people, and you don't need 100%. You don't need, like, in a jury. If first of all, only people get this confused. Oh, 12 people said that. No, only capital crimes and stuff like murder will have things that carry a life sentence will have 12 men on a jury. It's usually 6, just 6 juries and one alternate.
I was always told to say that I was a religion teacher or I worked at a Catholic school, and I can't. There's a way.
Oh, you mean to get out of jury duty?
Yeah, to get
Oh,
out of
there's
jury
not-
duty.
I
Is
want-
that the same thing?
No,
No.
I want to be.
Okay.
I want to be on a jury, but I can't be. Oh, because I'd be the best. I mean, I'd be.
Well, you have too much of an opinion, too much knowledge to even.
Well,
I don't think
no.
they're
A lawyer
looking
can
for
be on.
people.
A lawyer can be on.
Are they?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Lawyers are on it. It's my record.
Yeah, I know the record.
I mean,
part, but also the-
obviously they think I'm going to be impartial towards criminals,
it's
and
the that's the word.
impartiality.
impartial.
Yeah, but you want the truth, Nick? I don't think I would, because there's certain things that if they bring somebody who child molester or something, I'm on the jury. I'm not going to bury him if he's not. I'm going to know and ask all the right questions, or look to see if the right questions were answered. As you don't ask them, and then what? Back in that jury room. First of all, they also pick the jury foreman. They call it. They pick within themselves. Like when they go to a jury, they pick a jury foreman. He's the lead. You guarantee I'm going to be the lead.
Is there any way that you could get like pardoned for the past? And
Yes,
you can?
absolutely.
And then
I
you
can.
could be able to carry. And
Absolutely,
Be on load and-
absolutely.
How do you do that?
Well, first of all, for me, the president of the United States has got to give me the pardon.
All right.
It's not
I'll
a
get
governor.
his email.
People have been asking me to do it, and I need. Listen, I'm the only ex-con in the United States who's an honorary police officer,
Mhm.
and the only ex-con in the United States recognized on the floor of the United States Congress. You'd think that means something, but they've given Kodak Black, Little Wayne, they all got pardons. Larry
But,
Lawton
yeah.
sitting here, zero pardon. But you know what? I do need to ask. I could probably hire what they call a pardon attorney.
Ooh, how much is one of
Yeah,
those? Holy
more
shit.
money than I have.
Holy fuck.
I'm not Little Wayne or
Yeah.
Kodak Black money. But anyway, but you know what it is, Nick? I have a lot of sway with voting anyway because I do watch and I do follow politics, and you know I know the political system pretty well. Let's just say I manipulated it a few times. Nick is looking at me.
Because I know your next question. Why don't you vote?
Oh yeah, why don't you vote?
That right there.
Because
I don't think it matters. I really
guys
don't.
like me used to rig elections.
even just guys like you. And now imagine all the people above you. You know, if Larry can do it, who the fuck is stopping all of these other people
Hold on, Nick.
that I know?
You're taking something away from me, Nick. I'm pretty special.
No, but I'm saying no. Not every other guy can, but there are people above you, correct? Yeah. Especially in politics who have chairs and sit on boards.
Yeah.
Why can't they do the exact same thing you did?
Because you have to have a criminal
Oh, they
mind.
can.
Number one.
And they all do.
Oh,
And they
so now
all do.
wait. Stop it, Nick.
They
You're
all do.
Are you trying to say everybody's corrupt?
Not all of them, but
Do you
out
think
of what?
you
how
think
many,
Laura
300?
Bomolowski is corrupt?
She's not sitting on the chair.
She's on a board of things.
Not on the chair though.
Yeah, she is a bigwig.
But I know her personally.
Oh, so she's okay. Since you know Laura personally, she's okay. I got you. No, Laura is a saint. You know that, and John.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Well, my best friend, man, and I could tell you they're legit people. People always wonder how the fuck is Larry, an ex-con gangster from fucking Brooklyn, best friends with a renowned doctor from Indiana, and his wife from St. Louis.
St. Louis.
How is Larry the best friends? We connect. I love those people, man. I really do. I call them salt of the earth people. They don't judge people. They don't look down on me because of my past. They respect my opinion. I respect theirs. Yes, we're different. I mean, there were incidents where I wanted to fight people, and John knows how to calm me down. I said, John, you can take that one guy. I'll take these three. He goes, no. He goes,
No.
I'll bail you out.
He would, too.
Oh, he'll bail me out.
Yeah.
But he just had me laughing.
He said, "I'll film and I'll bail you out."
Well, if he filmed, I might have did it. No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have social media back then. But anyway, so Donald Trump was indicted. Here's what he was indicted on: business fraud. We do not know. He was indicted on 30 counts. 30 counts is each charge, which each charge carries X amount of sentence. Now, he was indicted by a grand jury. The grand jury was impaneled. This is New York State, everybody. He was indicted, state indicted. It's not federally indicted. That's why he can actually be indicted, get convicted in the state of New York, and still run for president.
Which he probably will.
And then win presidency and still be in. Wow, would that be a fucked up?
That would be a
fucking-
tale.
Man,
Holy shit.
Donald Trump's already going down in history books. And, there's listen, I met Donald Trump 5 times. There's no way in my life that he ever thought this. I think he literally started the whole thing as a political stunt to gain media and all that. He was smart. And it just fucking happened to win. The storm.
He's like, shit, what do I do?
I
What do I
swear-
do? I'm in the
Holy-
leads. What the fuck
No,
do I
no.
do?
His ego wouldn't let him do that. His ego was like, I got this. But down deep, what the fuck
Yeah,
am I
that's
in
what
now?
I'm saying, yeah.
Because, there's more. I don't even think. Listen, Donald Trump's a wealthy man. Why do you want that fucking headache? You know what I mean? The scrutiny.
The ego and
It's a
everything,
total
yeah.
ego thing. But listen to me. Let's get back to Trump. Because I don't hate Trump, and you know that. I think Trump is a fucking media circus and an entertainer, which I love entertainers.
We're on the same page. There.
You
It's-
do. You
I
always said
love
to me,
the train
I don't
wreck,
know what's going on, but boy, do I love when he's on
but
TV.
Fuck, is it a train wreck? And it's awesome too.
Everybody stops at a car wreck. Everybody, what
Yeah.
they call rubbernecks.
Yeah.
Everybody, if there's a fucking wreck, I guarantee people are there looking. When there's a fire, what do you see? People watching. People want to see disasters and fucking shit. Donald Trump's a disaster, so everybody goes. But I this I will say, and I'll say it again. People, listen. I don't hate Trump, and you know that. Some of his policies I actually like a lot.
Well, the country was doing pretty good a couple years ago.
Absolutely.
So
Look
can't
who we
shit
got
on
now.
that. You
Listen,
can't shit on
you
that.
cannot.
Yeah.
And look who we got now. Listen, I will sit and talk
Yeah.
politics with anybody. But if you think we got a better person in office than we
Holy
had
fuck.
Trump, we got a guy who really doesn't know what's going on. And listen, I don't hate him at all. He was a stallion in his day. That man lost his wife and had to raise 2 kids. He used to go back and forth to Delaware to the Capitol on train to take care of his kids. That guy really, Biden has a hell of a past. And I'm not kidding. I mean, like, really a stalwart. He's a politician for his whole life, which I'm not a big believer in. But anyway, the guy.
Because they can become corrupt.
Yes. Well, anybody can become corrupt. You don't have to be, you can be in there a day.
I
and
don't
become
think they
corrupt.
should be able to do it their whole fucking life.
Well, it
That's
wasn't made
crazy.
for that.
Yeah.
George Washington could have.
He didn't
said
even
that.
want to be president.
Well, did you know George
even
Washington
read.
is such a genius, history-wise? George Washington is the only president of the United States who was ever elected with one foot with electoral college. The whole entire electoral college. That means at that time he had
And
67.
they were begging him.
No,
They
and
were
not only
begging
yes,
him.
not only that.
Yeah.
They asked him what he wanted to be called. He could have said king,
Yeah.
dictator.
Fuck that
They came up with president because that was the head of a company, and he was so smart at the time. They had no term limits. You know what term limits are?
Yeah.
Term limits is you can only to let anybody out there know you can only run for so many terms, and then what they call you're termed out. You cannot run again, and then you go back to whatever you did or civilian life. I believe in term limits and everything. Like the governor of Florida. The governor of Florida has 2 terms he can do. After this, Governor DeSantis cannot run for governor of Florida. Now, I think Governor DeSantis is going to be the president. I really do in my heart.
Is he running?
Yeah, yes, he's going to be. I don't know if he officially
okay.
announced, but he is running. And Donald Trump is shitting on him, and I don't like that, to be honest. Because, listen, Governor DeSantis, in my opinion.
That crowd didn't like the joke either.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't.
They-
Governor DeSantis, people said, oh, now he went too far to the right, all this shit. I said, hold on. Look at what he's done. Governor DeSantis has given raises to teachers. He has given money to the Everglades restoration. All Democratic issues. So don't look at what they say because that's politics and they have to say certain things. Look at what they do.
Yeah.
Governor DeSantis does not
even
want
it
oil
doesn't matter what
drilling.
he does. It matters on the story they push.
Well, no,
you
you're
know.
talking about media running things.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about when you look at the man, look at what
But
he
what
pushes.
he does matter. I'm not trying to shit
that's
on that.
what matters.
But if you can bury it so much easier by putting another story out there.
But listen,
you
how
know.
the media, you and I know this can work, and we're in the media. That's what our business really is. But the governor, listen, he's my fave. Period. He's my BFF. But is that best friends for life? Is that what is BFF
Could
mean?
be best friends forever.
Oh, best friend. Now, he's my BFF. No, I like Donald. I like Governor DeSantis just because listen. He's a military man.
Have you met him?
He was. I've been at events with him, but I never,
Okay, yeah.
officially he Larry Lawton. He might know me from YouTube because he's a millennium. I mean, he's a lot younger than me, so he probably watches YouTube. But maybe I don't
He
know.
might be a little too busy for YouTube.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Donald Trump wasn't too busy for the media.
Well, that's now his job too. You know.
I'm saying that he wasn't.
But does Donald Trump watch YouTube? No. I can put my.
I
money
will
on
bet
that.
money he does.
I bet he doesn't.
Listen, he used to watch everything. That's what he did. He didn't read. He watched everything at
Do you
night.
think Donald Trump is actually like scrolling through Instagram for 6 hours a day?
Not Instagram. I mean, he's
Instagram, TikTok.
no, but things that
social
pop.
media.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
He was all in these places.
Oh, he's on Twitter for
Well, listen,
sure.
he's on
for
social
sure.
media.
Well, is he on Twitter again? Did they
Well,
let-
yeah, he is
Elon-
about.
Boy, Elon let him back on.
Yeah, he has, but he
Yeah.
hasn't did anything. I think he got
No,
mad.
yeah, he got pissed.
But you know what? He was definitely on social media, and he's probably does he? Who remembers?
But
anyway?
I'm saying is like, do you just think his team is coming at him like, hey, someone said this about you, you should say, and starting to rile him up,
No,
and light a fire?
No, no, not that it mattered. I don't think they did that at all. I think he did that. I think Donald Trump was the social media. He'd see something, say something, might ask him, "What the fuck is that?" They don't know. He's off the handle. Fuck that. Tweet.
Yeah,
Fucking tweet that you're an asshole. If I don't know a fucking thing about it.
But that's awesome.
But
That's awesome.
Listen, Donald Trump is a man. Listen, you could like him or hate him, and a lot of people hate him, and a lot of people love him. I have no say. A lot of people wanted to know what my
But
views.
there's a line. Yeah, there's a line.
Well, a lot of people
definitely here.
wanted to know my views on this, and my views is this: the country was doing a lot better under Donald Trump than it is now. Number one. Now, there's a lot of factors there, and I understand that. I understand politics pretty well. I was in it. I showed you something when we were going through our thing. Nick saw something. We were taking our storage units out. I was on the Young Republicans. Did you remember I showed you that?
Yeah.
I was a member of the Young Republicans of South Florida, and it's
You've
funny.
done a lot.
Well, you know,
You've
it's
done a
funny.
lot.
Nick is going through
Been
some
in
shit.
A lot of different baskets in your time.
Were you shocked at all the shit I had, Nick?
Even the photos. I was shocked more about the photos, like your Kodak camera back in whenever. Holy shit! I don't know, man. It's so many photos.
We
that
should
we
do
went
something
through.
with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We should
definitely
make certain things.
thousands and thousands of printed photos out of a camera.
Thousands and
Thousands and thousands and thousands.
Nick, shouldn't we? You couldn't go to them all. I mean, we were up all night.
Yeah,
long.
it got to the point where we were trying to organize them, and it just got to the point where I was like, "Fuck this!" I could not have comprehended how many actual photos were here. I just started rubber banding them and putting them in one box.
And you said, "What the fuck?" Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened
I
with
didn't
Nick?
even know they made the camera back then. I didn't.
Well,
I
Nick,
really
come
didn't.
on. I mean, I know you're young, but my point is, I should do something for the fans with that. Maybe put years together, and people can go back and look, Larry, at a certain year. In the Coast Guard years, the prison years.
That's like a 2-month job.
No, I mean, we'll do it. We'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
somebody.
I know, I'm
We're
just
going to
saying,
get
there's
interns.
so
You know,
many
we are
photos.
looking. Just if
So many
you are in
photos.
the area, if you are in the Brevard County area, which is, we have a couple colleges. We have Eastern Florida State College, and we have FIT. Now, they have intern programs. So if you are at either of those colleges and want to intern at this company, please email nicholas.balcom@gmail.com. That's nicholas.balcom@gmail.com. We will be going to the two schools, and we're going to be getting a few interns because we have a lot of they can learn and with the podcast setups, do all that kind of stuff. And also like what we're doing in the back end with marketing and everything else. So we're going to have some interns. So if you are out there and you're doing that, make sure you do it. You know, a lot of people ask me about weight, and we're talking about Trump, but I got to just mention this quick. You know, I don't get sponsored by them or any of this crap, but I did HelloFresh, and look at how much did I
Well, it's
lose?
easy is the thing. They package your meals and you
I don't
just kind of throw them together and you eat.
I don't give a fuck.
It's
I do
fast.
fasting,
Yeah.
and I do that. When I'm not fasting, I usually do the HelloFresh. And it's worked. I've lost how much, Nick? 50 pounds. Now, I've gained a few
it's
back.
portioned well. You know, it's very well portioned, and they give you exactly what you want.
Because you know me well,
What
Nick.
you
I
need,
have
yeah.
zero control when there's
Yeah,
food in
I've
front of
seen
me.
you at White Castles a couple times.
Oh, my God, do I love White Castle, man. That's like, I think they put something in the food, like a thing that makes you go at it. Like like a rat in a fucking cage.
They've been around long enough. They know.
Oh, I love that fucking White Castle. You got me hungry. I think I got some in the refrigerator right now. Because I buy the Crave case for $30. That's $30 for me.
Yeah, the last time we went to White Castles, we tried making our order, and they said, "Sorry, that's too much. We
Right.
can't, we
Can
can't
you
do that."
believe that?
They did it twice too. They were like, "No, that's too big of an order." It was just us. They were like looking at us like we're fucking crazy. No, we can't.
How
do
much
that.
weed did these guys
Yeah.
smoke?
None. What's the thing? And that's the fucked up part.
Yeah, that's the fucked up. If I was on weed, I'd know it, understand it. Fuck. But anyway, so Nick, anyway, I just want to say, I don't get sponsored by them, but I'll tell you what, man, fucking, they work. So, and I always do things that work, and everybody knows on this channel, if somebody sponsors this channel, Manscaped, I have a Manscaped.
Oh, you're using it. Yeah, you use it every day.
I do, not every day.
You got
but
your little bag.
I got my
Yeah,
bag
I
and
see
all
it.
that, and I love fucking Manscaped.
The
I
razor.
Yeah, I don't use anything unless I won't sponsor something unless I use it. unless it's so big that I say, fuck it, I'll use it anyway and die. But I won't do that either. But anyway, so we'll get back to Donald Trump. Your opinion on him. He was indicted on 30 counts. Let me get back to Donald Trump.
Which they're not releasing all of them yet.
No, they're not going to release that till Tuesday.
When the trial is?
No, there's not.
See, I don't know.
Nick is of the era, and a lot of young people out there are probably of this era. You guys don't know what it means. He was indicted. Once you're indicted, that you went in front of a grand jury, or he didn't go in front of the grand jury. He didn't have to. And people go into like they took so many people in front of this grand jury. Now, if you go in front of a grand jury, you could take the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment is the right. I take the Fifth. That means you're on to remain silent because you can incriminate yourself.
Yeah. Which seems pretty incriminating.
No. It has nothing. It's really not. Because
to me, if you're like, I'm not going to talk because it's going to incriminate.
They don't want to make you say something that you later down the line have to defend. That's not right. That's not what the grand jury's for. Their grand jury is bringing you in, or even I'm sure he don't. You don't have to appear in. You can say no, I'm not going. Now nobody else can. If they get a subpoena from a judge for a grand jury, you got to go. Now you can take the Fifth. Now they didn't subpoena Donald Trump to the grand jury. I don't think so. Anyway, so Donald Trump was indicted. That means people of his peers, people of the regular citizens were shown evidence, and there was a preponderance. There's enough evidence to indict him. That does not mean he is convicted. He still has to go in front of a trial, and it will be 6 people, not 12
so
people.
He is going on trial.
Yeah, well, he's been indicted. Now we're going to find out what happens. Now, before trial, things can happen. He could take a plea deal. He can negotiate. They can negotiate something out.
Which he said he's not taking.
He said he's not. Yeah. He said he's not going to take a plea deal. So that means, because when you take a plea deal, you're admitting.
That's some sucker shit.
Well, no. I mean, obviously, if you got a plea deal, get probation to 30 years, and you get convicted in 30 years, you're thinking, what the fuck am I as stupid for my fucking bullshit? No. I took a plea deal for 12 years because if I didn't, I was getting life.
Yeah.
That's a big.
But you knew that they had enough evidence.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if you knew even if you knew you're innocent, the plea deal is. If you know you're innocent, you still can get fucked, even if you're innocent.
Absolutely, it happens all the time. I did the law for 10 years.
Just like that guy got out of 28 years. He was convicted for a murder he didn't do.
It happens
he didn't do.
all the
that
time.
Shit's fucked up.
I mean, the Innocent Project is. I testify.
And they pressure you to do the plea deal, even if you're innocent. You're gonna take the fucking plea deal.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I'm gonna get witch hunted all the way to fucking life. Even
you are so right, and it's something that young people like you, and a lot of my audience is young, you guys understand that, and you kind of don't believe in our system, is what you don't believe in.
Yeah, not at
or you
all.
believe it's corrupt.
It's pretty fucked, yeah.
So what do you do to fix it? What does a young person like you say, how do we fix it?
Well, everyone in charge, I don't know. I have no idea.
So you don't even take.
But I know
so you
everyone
just want
in
to
charge
see. This is wrong, and this is why I'm gonna get mad at young people, Nick. I gotta get mad at you.
Go, yeah.
Because you're a young person that's saying, the fucking system, I don't believe it. It sucks. Okay, how do you fix it? I don't know.
You're gonna wait for all the old people to die,
and then you're gonna be an old person, and no system has come in place to fix it and change it. So somebody's got to take the bull by the horn.
The old people just won't let the systems be changed yet.
You have a point, but here's what you're not understanding, Nick. There's enough young people, if they got together, you guys could fucking run the world. You really can.
But all the young people are still, so separated.
Well, and they're so.
You're not just gonna get the young people together. Do you know how many groups of like different-minded young people there are?
Do you know how many groups of old people there are? Same thing, Nick. I'm old now. You consider me old, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm one of those old people, and there's so many fucking groups of us.
Yeah.
There's Republicans, Democrats, Independents. There's fucking gay, lesbian, I don't know, whatever, GP, whatever LGBTs, whatever mean. Oh, no, I mean, lesbian, gays, bis, this, everything. Listen, I am all inclusive, and everybody on this channel and my YouTube knows I am all inclusive. I love gay people. I love lesbians. I love bisexual people. I love black people. I love Indian people. I love Russian people. I love
gingers.
I love you fucking name it. I love it. I really do. I don't have that hate in me. I'll joke with Nick. I'll say some inappropriate stuff, and he just fucking starts cracking up now in the office. He just shakes his head and cracks up. He goes, "You're gonna get canceled." I said, "No, I'm not, Nick. People know my true feelings. I think they do. Can I say some of the things?
It's not those people.
Can I say something?
No.
No. Nick goes, no. He's looking at me.
can't.
No, you can't. I just started here.
It's not the people who know you that are going to cancel you. It's the people who don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
who's
but
gonna cancel you.
aren't the
those people take sound bites and they cancel you, and then the people start judging opinions, just like you said. Oh, people don't read. People don't fucking read. People don't want to know you, especially if they're going to judge
Nick,
you.
do you read?
No.
See, I'm trying to make Nick read more because he's here all the time and he knows me. Do I read, Nick?
It's crazy. Yeah.
What do I read? We go to the grocery store.
Yeah, we'll be at the grocery store, and every box he fucking picks up, he'll turn around and read everything. The description of the company. I'm like, dude, it's Debbie. You don't trust Debbie? Come on now. Just put it in the fucking cart, bro.
No,
You're not trusting Debbie? Come on, dude.
I do. I love to read. I fucking take reading. We just rearranged my room, too. And I got all these books. And I read most of them. I mean, all of those law books.
It's a big collection.
And that's just, I read a lot more than that, obviously. I read 1,000 books in prison, at least. And
Yeah, you had to mark them so they didn't steal from you.
You
I've
see- you
seen
s-
all those markings.
see-
Yeah, you're going to beat the shit out of someone if they had an LL book.
Oh, fucking A. And my num's on some of them, too. Did you see that, too?
Yeah, I seen
5
that.
2
That's
2 4
fucked
0
up.
4. It's
If
funny.
found, please return.
It's prison. Fucking hide it, hide it.
Yeah.
But so anyway, Donald Trump was indicted on. We're all over the place, which is normal. So Donald Trump was indicted on 30 counts. We don't know exactly what, but it's business fraud, I think. They're saying he gave hush money. What I'm hearing right now, and people want to know my opinion early, and I'm going to give you an early opinion, and I'm stating this now. This opinion could change because I don't know the whole case, and I will know the whole case. So far, what I'm reading is bullshit, and I'll tell you why. Every fucking business owner that I know, especially out of New York, does what Donald Trump did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which seems common sense. Like, isn't everyone doing that shit?
you know,
That's why it kind of seems like a little witch hunt for
well,
this
I do
particular
feel there's a witch hunt.
area.
Now, I'm not saying Donald Trump is the smartest guy in the
No,
world,
no.
that he
But
doesn't
this
push
one to run
buttons,
with?
to push buttons and stuff. Listen, there's other things I'm worried about him getting indicted for. There's phone calls to Georgia, a different
Yeah, that's
state,
what I'm
asking.
saying.
Those are fucking not. That's I don't.
This-
Nobody does
this
that.
specific reason to just run with it seems like a little bit of a witch hunt.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not so. You know, I listen to the commentators, and I'll listen to both Fox News, CNN, all the news. And it's such bullshit because each one of them are so swayed on one end. And they both have good points. You know that. They could convince their tribe, I call it. And I think I want people out there on this show to listen. When you listen to Larry, you're getting a different fucking tribe. You're getting somebody who's totally in the middle. I am totally in the middle. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I'm an independent for sure, or a libertarian for sure. And I totally think Donald Trump is getting a raw deal on this. Has Donald Trump did things that I think are wrong? Listen, I know of a company that he put out of business, and it was a friend's company. And his business practice was not to pay and then bankrupt you. I mean, listen, he had
It worked.
Listen, he had
It worked.
but Nick, to me, that's ethics. If I start not paying you and you keep working,
But
here-
Donnie's gonna snitch. You guys are different people, you know.
oh
Donnie's gonna fucking take the stand and snitch. You guys are two different people.
yeah,
You know, you think differently.
You think he's gonna snitch? You think Donald
If-
Trump is snitch?
Donald would fucking rat out everyone to save himself. Come on now.
Oh yeah,
You know.
I think you're right on that
Yeah.
one.
So,
Yeah. Oh.
ethics. You talk about ethics. You think Donnie's talking about ethics?
What ethics? He don't know the
That's
word.
what I'm saying.
That
You know.
that word was every dictionary he bought.
So
he said
in his
take
book,
the word
In
ethic
his
out.
book, it's working.
Yeah,
know,
and it's
it
worked his
works.
whole life.
It works.
You know, listen, he put I know for a fact, I know the guy, I know everybody, I know his family. He put an electrical company, worked on his Taj Mahal casinos. 50 employees, he put them out of business.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I know,
Yeah.
and I do. You know,
Yeah,
my,
I-
you know
that's-
my
That's
heart.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know my heart,
Yeah.
honestly. I have a big heart. And I don't, listen, now if it comes to a company, fuck them. I mean, you know me, I'll fuck a company.
Yeah, you'll fuck the system. You'll fuck the
Well,
company.
listen, I don't try to fuck the system, but I mean, listen, I'm not the most perfect. Listen, you get people call, emails and stuff. Say, Larry, I've helped them off, and thank you. I really appreciate those emails, and I like them, and I love them. But I'm not a perfect guy by a fucking 100 stretches. And I don't want people to look up to me. I make my mistakes. I am who I am. The one thing you can always guarantee is I'm going to tell it like it is.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just about it.
Yeah.
I don't tell everything about my private life,
And that's
nor should I.
that's how
That's my private life.
going back to the whole canceled thing is people put other people on too big of a pedestal to the point where some little thing is just gonna throw them in a loop.
Oh man, I need my phone. Oh, but I need. Can I connect it to here? Can you connect it to the Bluetooth? Can you take that?
Yeah,
Try
yeah,
to do
yeah.
that. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know we needed to do. Boy, I
Here,
can't.
we'll just
Today
reset.
is the day we're doing something. Getting you a new phone. Today, we just proved it.
A work phone.
Yes, a work phone you need.
Here, we'll just reset this camera up.
Okay,
It's
go
fine.
ahead.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, do that. He's going to do something while I talk to you. So, because I am going to be calling a guy named Lewis Brady Robertson, and he's from Alabama. He's 22 years old. I want his opinion on what we're doing. And I love to talk to different kind of people like that, and I'm going to get him on the line. So let me just make sure he is connected. Once he is connected, I am going to get him to... let's see, Bluetooth. Okay, we weren't connected. You could have connected, but we didn't. But we're going to connect here. And once I connect to the road past where I am going to be calling him right now. Nick, you going to be on this call? Yeah, I think he just dropped out to the bathroom. But I am going to call him right now and see what he has to say because he wants his opinion on this as well. And I like to do this, and that's what I do best, I think, is bring people involved from a regular person's view. That's what I want. I don't want a politician's view, which I'm going to get. I have politician friends of mine, so I'm going to get their view because they are good views, obviously. So I'm going to get them. Let me get, let's get Lewis. Yeah, it's Lewis. Let's get Lewis on the phone. So let's see what we got here, and if we can get him. All right. Let's get him. Nick, we're gonna get him on the phone. His name is Lewis. He's 22 from Alabama, and let's get him on the phone. And let's see what he has to say.
Hello?
That's the way to answer a phone. Is this Lewis?
Yeah, this is Lewis.
Lewis, this is Larry Lawton. You're live on the podcast. So you're with Nick, my assistant and
How's it going,
co-host.
Lewis?
Oh, it's great, man. I've watched a lot of your videos, man. They're great.
Thank you. All right. A couple of questions I have for you. You're from Alabama. You're 22 years old. We were discussing a couple of things. We were discussing the indictment. But first off, how did you find my station or my channel or what I do?
Well, I just follow a lot of content about, that kind of life, about prison. Eventually, I saw your channel on there. I said, all right, I should probably give this a watch. I started watching that, and all the stuff you're kind of pushing,
All right.
like all the educational things you put out there,
Wow.
it really helps out a lot of people.
Thank you. I mean, you're 22, and to recognize that, I think that's pretty cool that you can recognize something like that at a young age. So that's how you found us? How long you been listening?
Yeah.
How long you been listening?
Like over a year now.
Wow.
About 2 years.
Have you been to my playlist and listened to Gangster Redemption, the series?
I've listened to some of it and not all of it.
All right. Do you read?
Not often. I should, but I don't.
Okay. How about this? How about, I called you up. I'm going to send you a signed copy of the Gangster Redemption book. So we're going to do that for you, too.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, political questions. You're from Alabama. Are you a Republican or a Democrat?
I would like to think of myself as a Republican.
Do you vote?
I do vote.
Okay.
Wow. See, that's a young
22 in
person.
votes,
22
yeah.
in votes. I was just talking about, I think more young people need to vote. Now, my opinion on this, and I'll just give my opinion, it has nothing to do with anything, is that I think they're just reaching on this one. I don't know about the other cases with Donald Trump, but I just think, listen, is he being vilified a little bit? Is he crazy? Is he this? We're going to go into that a little bit. But what's your opinion on him being indicted, if you have an opinion here?
Honestly, I think it's pretty scary. It's kind of like, in my mind, what they're doing here is, like Donald Trump said, on Twitter or Truth Social. I mean, that is political interference. That's kind of how I see it.
When you say
I
political
mean,
interference, okay, I have a couple questions for you then. All right, if you now, what news organizations do you listen to or watch?
I watched Next News Network, Fox News, M and MNBC
Oh,
sometimes.
CNBC,
MNBC, I
M
think.
MSNBC. You mean?
Yeah, yes, that's what I mean.
That's the liberal one. Wow, that's pretty. That's one side, and the other is the conservative side. Okay, I have a question for you.
Which you should. I think you should watch
Oh,
both sides
absolutely.
because both sides are completely
Different. I do
different.
that. Now I have a question for Lewis here. Lewis, okay, if Donald Trump is no longer the president now and did an illegal crime that you did and you would go to jail, should he go to jail?
From what I understand, the charges that he's being presented is outside the statute of limitations. So I don't think he should be getting charged with anything.
Well,
And
here's the only issue they're going to argue with that is you can't just you can obviously if you're president of the United States you can't be indicted obviously, so they could put that on
like
hold.
active.
Active
Yeah.
president, you cannot be indicted, but they're not saying. Sir, first, here's my issue with it. I don't know what he's being charged with right now. We do know he's indicted under 30 counts of business fraud.
yeah, I think it was 34, right?
Right, 30. I think it was 30, but whatever. It's a big number. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter because they'll indict everybody. That's what they do. They do multiple indictments to try to slim him down, and the guy gets convicted on one. You know, and it's a win. It's bullshit. It's government tactics. It's bullshit.
It's shooting the
Yeah.
shot.
You know, right? It's just throwing a bunch of fucking shit and fucking hoping one of the turds hit the toilet. It's bullshit. My point is, my thing is, if Donald Trump did an illegal thing, should he be held accountable?
If he did anything illegal, yes, absolutely.
Okay, right now we don't know, right? I mean, we don't know.
True.
Okay, because any
That's
lawyer,
completely
if the law says that it's statute, listen, I know a lot about this. You know, I did the law for 10 years.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
So my thing is, if he did something illegal that I could go to jail for, I think then he should go to. I hope he doesn't. Believe me.
But
I-
he's gonna go in a different way.
I
Yeah, he's
completely
going to go
agree.
with Secret Service agents. He's
Yeah.
got the biggest gang
They're
in the
not
prison.
gonna cuff him. They're gonna take his mugshot 7 times to make sure it's okay for him.
Yeah, does this look
Yeah.
good, Mr. President?
Yeah.
No.
Donnie, Mr. Donnie.
My point is, I love when people say, well, they shouldn't do it. First of all, the question is not should have they did it. If you do something illegal in this country, and Larry Lawton can go to jail for it, or Lewis Robertson can go to jail for it, shouldn't somebody, just because they have money and power, shouldn't they go to jail for it as well?
Absolutely.
So that is my case. Until I hear, and if you ever listen to any of my podcasts or any of my videos, I called the Derek Chauvin case exactly to the month what he was going to get. And I did it beforehand, so you can't say, oh, you did it after, you know, the show before. You can look at the date and when the judge came out with it. And people go, how did you know that? Because I read the case. I read the judge's, what his predictions, what he did, what they call a PSI, which is a pre-sentence investigation, says, what I thought what he was gonna hold him accountable for, and I did it. I just got it right. On this case, and in my opinion on this case is, I don't know right now. I do think they're going way too hard on him for bullshit that I think so far what I'm hearing, business shit that should not even be in the media because every business in the fucking world does it. Whether it's fucking, you know, it's writing off fucking a fucking dinner that you went with a girlfriend and you're writing it off on your taxes. Every fucking business owner in the world has done that. So, not me, but every business,
Every other one.
every other one. My point to you, Lewis, is we need to. I mean, now I'll tell you where I really am concerned about Donald Trump. That phone call he made to Georgia, asking them to wait a minute. You need to find 11,833 votes. You're telling them exactly what you need to fucking find to make me innocent. Now, I mean, to make me win that election. That is a little bit very, very sketchy at the least. But my point is, We don't know on this case. This is all business. This is all, first of all, this is business. How they're making it criminal, they don't do that with most people. That's another thing. So I do think there's a little bit of a witch hunt going on. And if you really want to get deeper and deeper into all politics, shouldn't have they at least impaneled a grand jury for Hunter Biden? I haven't heard them, have put a grand jury. I'm not saying he did anything either until he's convicted. And now I hear rumors that they. Well, exactly. Lewis, I hear rumors. Nicky says, well, he got caught with child porn on his computer. I don't believe that.
Shit on that computer,
I don't believe that.
That computer was dirty.
Listen, I don't believe that. You know why?
I think it was
Because if there's child pornography on that computer, I would bet money he would be in jail.
Far as saying child porn,
What'd you say? You did say child porn.
Fuck shit.
Nah, what fuck shit? I don't care I don't care what his sexual predilections are. You know that. I could give a fuck.
Oh, I know.
If you're an adult, Lewis, in my opinion, I don't care what you do in your own home. I don't care, as long as it's not with a child or something of that nature. Other than that, I don't give a fuck if you jack off in your backyard from the chimney and try to hit the fucking rooftop. I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's your business, you know what I mean? I really don't care what it is with girl, guy, fucking Martian. I could give a fuck what you do. And I don't think anybody else should. That's your business. That's what makes America, in my opinion, great, and not like a Saudi country that, you get caught. You know, in Saudi Arabia, if you get caught with any pornography picture on your phone, you go to jail. Fuck, don't check my phone.
That's what you call Sharia law.
Exactly. Now, my opinion, so are you for Donald Trump? Did you vote for him?
I did vote for him, but it wasn't really because I wanted him particularly in office, but you know what he was up against.
So why did you vote for him? Was it a cancel vote against Biden or the Democrats, or was it you're 22, so you were 20 years old when you voted. And that was a couple of years ago, isn't it? Yeah, a couple of years. So
yeah.
And you voted for him. Why? Why did you vote for him? Give me your opinion.
I saw around how cheap gas prices are, and I figured, with another Democrat in office, we might have increases to that. And I was driving a Chevy Silverado, so I didn't want gas prices going up.
Is that what you got?
I liked how things were going under Trump, economic-wise.
And that is totally good, right, everything about it. We should be voting, everybody should be voting for their best interests. I mean, I watch people vote against their best interests, and I shake my head when somebody votes against their own best interests.
Do that?
Yeah, it's just, that's called manipulation. They're totally manipulated. Now, obviously, Lewis wasn't. He wasn't manipulated by the bullshit that Trump is this. He goes, fuck that. I don't give a fuck what Trump does privately. My fucking gas price is fucking low. My taxes were better. Whatever it was. And I think that's right. I think people should listen. If we start going to be judgmental about everybody in that White House, we can go back to Kennedy, who was fucking Marilyn Monroe, and Clinton, who's sticking cigars in.
What a dog!
Listen, Clinton. I love Clinton.
They had that dog in him.
Clinton fucking put a cigar, which I have a cigar company, Lewis. He put a cigar in the fucking Monica Lewinsky's pussy. Man, I got to give the guy props.
What a dog.
What a dog. But you know what? He did that in the Oval Office. And, I didn't care. You know why? Clinton was the last president that actually balanced the budget. And we were to zero debt. We are in 20-some-odd $trillion of debt.
So it seems like the more fucked up you are, the better you are at running a country.
It might. It really might. Well, Donald Trump was bad for the economy, too. I mean, meaning we went to debt more. But I'm not going to go that way. But he's right, though. I don't give a fuck about the debt. People do. People who are economics, and they all make livings on this bullshit.
I mean, we're not going to get out of the debt.
And here's what I love. Okay, we owe China $20 billion. What are you going to do? Come get it, motherfucker. I mean, what the fuck are you going to do? They need us. We are the biggest economy in the world. What are you going to do? Bomb us? Fuck. We'll bomb you back. I mean, listen, they need us. We need them. We're the most codependent countries in the world.
Starting wars, Larry.
No, I'm saying at 20, listen, nobody's coming here and invading the United States for anything.
No.
Those days are over. We did worry about that
The
during World War
the
II.
drummer boy days are over.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, those motherfuckers.
Holy
are
fuck!
badass.
Imagine
How about the
the
dude
balls
with the drummer?
on them. Holy
How about
fuck.
the dude that's the drummer?
Yes, I will drum at the beginning in the
And
front
I will
lines.
lead the parade while bullets
Fuck
are coming at me.
you. You fuck off. What the hell? Oh my god.
But Lewis, so you voted for him, in my opinion, for the right reasons, and I can respect that a lot. And now you're looking at it. You don't know what's going on. That's all I wanted to know. That you're not prejudging right now, are you?
No.
Okay. How do you?
If the man's guilty, then he's guilty.
Here's how you. Now here's the big question: who are you going to believe if he's guilty? Like if CNN says he's guilty and Fox says he's innocent, who do you believe?
That's tough to answer. You'd have to have all the evidence laid out in front of you to make an educated guess on what is the right answer. And that's really the problem with media nowadays is you never know what that answer is.
Well,
You
that
always have to go out and
pushing
find it
stories.
yourself.
That's the thing. You can push a
he-
story.
You're a smart young man,
Yeah.
Lewis, and I give you a lot of credit. And I'll tell you another thing, though. But just give you a little opinion or give you a little bit of education on this. That is why in the United States we have a grand jury which indicted him. That means nothing. Everybody's worried. Oh, he's indicted. That's the big. No, that means shit. He's got to go in front of fucking 6 people. It's 6, not 12. He's going to go in front of 6
And
people.
these are random people.
These are people who are picked by each side now.
So 3 and 3.
Well, no, they have what they call
Or-
exemplary challenges and stuff. You go, they actually will pull in probably 500 for this case. 500 people will be first get questionnaires.
But are they random?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. They have to. They're voters. They're on.
Okay.
And they're from your area, and that's why they
So
have
they're
to
all
go
going to be from New York.
from your. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They will all be from New York. They will all be voters. They will all be citizens. And it has zero to do with race, color, creed, all of that. They will be all given questionnaires. Now, out of those questionnaires will probably eliminate 75% of those, or maybe 90% of those. So out of
they kind of get to pick.
no, the questionnaire, they both agrees on the questionnaires. Like both sides have to agree on. First of all, the standards.
But if you're not answering what they like, they're not going to put you on the board, on the jury.
Yes, but
Yes,
then they get interviewed, so they can't lie. You can't say, "Oh, I can't go on there and say I'm not a felon. I love people. I whatever, just to get on the jury, because they're going to vet you. That's what the vetting process is. That's what jury inquiry is. That's what jury selection is. They call it. So each side then has what they call. They can kick you off the jury nullification, so you're gone. They'll have some free
Because
ones.
You said what
They
they
can,
don't like.
yeah, they have what they call
Like your opinion can get you not on the jury.
when they ask you
Your
questions.
opinion.
Absolutely, but
That
you could-
seems
but-
a little
no,
picky
wait,
to me.
But you can only have so many of those.
Yeah.
You can't have them forever. So you have what they call non-issue jury nullifications, meaning you can say, "I don't like him because he has." They won't say this. I don't like him because he has blue eyes. But you only get so many of those, and then that means shit. Then you can't go when it really matters. So you want to get the people that you think are going to give the fairest thing on your behalf. That's why people don't understand. Jury selection is one of the most important parts of a jury trial. In fact, Mike Tyson got fucked out of this because he had terrible lawyers. And William Kennedy Smith, you guys won't know him. He was a Kennedy in fucking West Palm Beach, and he raped a girl in Ubaz, is a big bar down there. On the beach, and he beat the fucking damn case. But they paid $250,000 for the people to pick his jury. Their people. They were smart. They knew enough about the system to pick the right people who were.
See, that's
I didn't say. Listen, but my point in this case, Donald Trump has the money to have the best people there, and so does the government. Obviously,
so they aren't really that random. You funnel them down to who you want to be on.
you
the
try
jury.
to,
Yeah.
but you can only go so far. You can't just say, nah, not this one, until you get them. You can't do that. You're going to get picked. And now that other side is listening to everything too. So you both have picks to deny him or to get him. Okay, you just say, let's say, I think it's 3. You get 3 picks to get out. We just don't like you. You look bad. You looked at me cross-eyed. I don't want you. So you got 3 fucking of those. And they get 3 of those. After those, you have to have reasons to kick them off the jury. You can't say, well, I just don't like him now. You better have and the judge now has to say the reasons and stuff. It's a pretty fast system when it's done right, and I think it will be. So when in my thing, when they pick these jurors in New York, you're getting. This is why it does not matter what Fox says. It does not matter what CNN says. You know, you guys are gonna call me crazy. Everybody in the world says O.J. Simpson killed the fucking Nicole Smith. You know what I say? No, he didn't.
Well, yeah, he's not guilty.
He was not guilty. Period. End of fucking story. I don't want to hear it. Now, you have your own private opinions about everything. But no, he is not guilty. End of story, man. And we, as people, like Lewis said, you got to pick. You can watch Fox all you want, but if it comes back
But if it flips, just like if it flips, we were talking about the guy who did 28 years for something he didn't do, he did it.
At that point,
He did
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But when they found him, I'm glad our system has that where they could find that he didn't do it. In fact, our system weighs more towards the criminal, meaning.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know, meaning, wow, you didn't do it. 28 years later, we figured out, and we're gonna let you out.
They gave him a pat on the back.
What happened? Listen to this. What happens if the guy did do it and he got away with it? Tough luck.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. Simpson can come out and say, you know, I hated that bitch. I cut her fucking head off.
Oh, he can totally do that. Yeah.
You know why that is? It's called double jeopardy. People don't even know how
But
double
then he
jeopardy
can get
works.
sued by the family.
He's already sued by that, and he lost, so it don't mean shit. He got $30 million judgment against him. Doesn't mean shit. They can't touch his pension. So now he could say that, and it doesn't mean shit. We're siding more with the Donald Trump or the criminal, the person who's indicted. We give them the benefit of the doubt. And here's what double jeopardy is. Everybody thinks they know what double jeopardy is. You have to, first of all, have a jury sworn in to be double jeopardy. Meaning, once the trial starts and they all raise their hands and they say, you're now impaneled, the trial starts. If at any reason during that trial the judge throws it out or something happens, guess what? It's gone.
What?
And unless the judge says without prejudice. See, it's with prejudice and without prejudice. They'll always do it with prejudice. So my point is, if a jury comes back and says, not guilty to Donald Trump can afterwards say, you know, I fucking pulled a fast one. Fuck them. I fucking did that and 50 other things. Well, they'll indict him on the 50 others they didn't indict him on. But those cases, they cannot touch him on. Period. End of story. So it sides with the criminal. So my point is, if at the end of this whole process, that's why I'm just waiting. At the end of this whole process, jury says Donald Trump's guilty or not. If they say he's guilty, then he's fucking guilty. End of story. Now, of course, like he said, like Lewis said, oh, statute of limitations. Well, if the statute of limitations is up, you can believe the lawyers are fucking going to be there fucking saying, and the judge can't go against that. That's Supreme Court judge. That's Supreme Court shit. You don't fuck with that. Mm-hmm. So I'm at this point saying, waiting to see what happens. Do I think they're overdoing him and pushing him? Yes, that happened to me here. You know what I mean? I am very you know this, Lewis. I don't give a fuck. I say it like it is. Mm-hmm. So I've pissed some people off in some places that I worry. And I know they planted drugs on people. I have no certainty. In fact, FBI caught her. FBI fucking got a sheriff that was fucking planting a fucking dope on a fucking goddamn politician's car. Was gonna. And it was in the papers. And not only papers, I read forget the papers. I read the fucking goddamn investigations. So, you know what I'm getting at? I mean, things can happen. Things are dirty. Do I think this is going to be dirty here? Do I think the government planted something in Donald Trump's case that says, here's the money for this? No, of course not. I don't think anybody does. But if he did something that's illegal, that's my question to everybody. Should he be held accountable? What do you say, Nick?
Absolutely.
And Nick?
Like if they prove him guilty,
So if they prove Donald Trump guilty, are you going to say, fuck, he's a criminal?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's fair enough to anybody. Yeah. And I'm all for it.
But they're not going to treat him the same. Well, he's not going to get the same treatment.
Oh, no, he's getting the problem.
And that's that.
He's going to prison with Secret Service agents. First of all, he's not going to prison. I'll bet anybody all they want on that. First of all, it's non-violent offense, first-time offender. He is not going to prison, period. Even if he fucking says,
he's not even going to bond.
No, of course not. Yeah. It's a non-violent fuck. Where's he going?
Yeah.
He's got Secret Service protection. The only reason you don't get bond, is if you were a flight risk or a threat to the community. Donald Trump is neither. Yeah. Obviously, where's he going? He's got Secret Service.
And anyway, the crime is a misdemeanor anyway. So
Absolutely. Well, I think no, they're not. I think what happens is you get so many of them together, and it equals a felony because it goes by money
oh,
after that. So
that's something I didn't know.
yeah. Well, listen, I don't know because I don't know the exact charges. None of us do. So
And
he was.
why do they wait so long?
You
to
know
do
how
that?
first of all, for most misdemeanors, they don't impanel a grand jury for
But why do they
misdemeanors.
wait so long to let you know what he's actually getting charged with?
Well, on this,
Like, does he know what he's getting charged with?
his
all 30
lawyers
counts?
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, why are they not telling everyone else?
Of course, they're waiting for security reasons and
Okay.
for bringing him in because he's going to be reporting Tuesday. How are they going to go in? You think he's going to walk through the front door? You think they're going to put him in handcuffs? The president of the United States, the former president?
That'd be hilarious. You know how many memes would just
Oh,
go off
my-
the fucking rails?
Yeah.
Oh
I'd
my
love
God!
to see that.
I think
You're
I
already
would.
starting to get 'em
I would
anyway.
fly up there for that.
Yeah.
The
The
no.
house arrest memes are gonna go crazy after this.
Oh, Donald Trump under house arrest. Where he at? A man. He's in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put me in house arrest there. But man, I did my whole time there, and I'd still be there. I wouldn't have got. Hey, Larry.
Do you have to take the ankle bracelet off?
No,
or can I
Larry,
stay
it's
here?
time. Your sentence is up. No, I want to stay another few
Yeah,
years.
just keep the bracelet on, please.
Oh my God. No, I did. I just think this is. I think. Listen, here's what my concern is in this case. We can never think anybody is invincible and above the law. Anybody. If that's like saying then if he murders somebody, should he get away with it? Okay, maybe. But listen, murder is no different than any other crime. Really isn't. I mean, some people deserve it. I hate that's tough to say.
I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow, but
That's
definitely
a
right.
tough one. That's a tough one. All right, I take that back. I don't want to be canceled. Just a few people.
I already clipped it.
Oh, you
can't
clipped
think
it?
about that.
No, you can't clip it. That's the problem in this show. Everything goes well. But no, Lewis.
No, that's what I'm saying. I clipped it. It's its own short.
Oh my. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. I'm in trouble, Lewis. No, Lewis. I think you're pretty knowledgeable young man. You're 22 years old. You're voting. You got your head on your right shoulder. You realize that alone. You realize that the media is fucking skewed. I mean, the media got no respect for me. They really don't. I mean, I'm on it, so I know it. You know what's funny? When I go into these networks, I've been on the news a lot, and I'll see a guy who is a commentator or something on fucking Fox, and then I'll see him on CNN because they switch jobs.
Mhm.
Or unless they're the Sean Hannity's or the.
I heard the Washington Post only hires people if they're voting left.
Yeah, and that you heard that, and then that's bullshit.
like
I know guys.
Yeah, you can't really understand anything you heard, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
hear a
not,
lot.
Lewis, because
I hear a lot.
he
I'm not
does.
taking it into cement, but
He
I
comes.
hear a
He
lot.
comes in. He says, "I got this," and then I go, "Where'd you get it?" I heard on the internet. Okay, let's take that into fucking consideration. Like Donald Trump, Hunter Biden had child porn on his computer.
I did not say that.
You
I did not say
too. Don't stop. I got the fuck. I'll bring back the
that.
house.
You got the black and
recorders.
white?
I have
You got
recorders
the
in his
black and white?
office.
Pull 'em up.
No, I agree, and well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do too. First of all, Lewis, thanks for calling. Getting back to us, we appreciate that. And I'm gonna send you a book, Nick. Make sure we get it. I'd like you to email your address, if you could.
Okay.
You know the email. Email Nick your address today.
Yeah, just send it as a reply.
A reply and not a reply, his last email. I didn't reply back.
Well,
None
it
of
was for me.
Okay, yeah, whatever to Nick. Send him your address. I'll send you a signed copy of the Reality Check book, Gangster Redemption. And it's a wild ride. It's easy ride. You'll love it. It's an easy word. Listen, you're from Alabama, right?
Yeah, I'm from Alabama.
It's got big words.
No, that ain't no problem.
I'm fucking with you. I'm only fucking with you, Louis. You know that. I love
I know your
Alabama.
signal.
I love Alabama. They're a fucking great football team. Go Tide! But thanks again,
Yeah.
Louis. I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, and thanks for watching. We're watching and listening.
Yeah, thank you all for calling me. Y'all made my day with this. Well, pretty much my year. I'm gonna be talking about this all day.
Hey, if you're on any social media, when you get the book or something, take a picture, send it. Tag us in it. And we'll retag it or something. All right.
All right, that'd be awesome.
You got it, buddy.
I'll make an account for that. I don't really stay on that social media.
You got that's smart. He's a smart young guy. Thanks, thanks, and you'll hear the show going up on all major platforms.
Have a good one.
All right, take
That's
care.
awesome.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
What a smart young guy. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he knows where he's at. 22 years old. You know, mature than you.
Way more mature.
A couple other things we had some comments I wanted to read on this. I got this one guy says, I can't call in, but if you are taking some written questions, my question is assuming that Trump does end up getting indicted, which he did. Do you think they will try to send him to jail, or will they just ask for a large amount for bail? And if they do try to send him, with him being such a popular figure, how do you think they will handle that? I think we answered that pretty much. He's not
pretty
gonna,
much.
First of all, it's been answered itself. They did indict him. He's being brought in a special way. He's got Secret Service. There's going to be a shit show. It's going to be a fucking circus. And they got
Circus. That's the thing.
That's what you
Everyone loves a
like.
circus.
You love it. Nick loves that part of his whole
Everyone
shit.
loves a circus.
That is true. We had another one. Jamie Parker. Okay. My thoughts are he'll be assassinated in the arrest attempt. Killing him will be the only way the Democrats will stop him. Look at everyone else who has ever caused problems for the Clintons. You know, I don't believe that will happen. And but I'll tell you what, Jamie, if it does, I am calling you back.
Jamie,
and you will be working here tomorrow. And no,
someone's going to be after Jamie if that happens.
let me tell you something. Jamie is not off on what happened with the Clintons.
No.
You know about that with Whitewater and all. All of a sudden, people started coming up dead.
Yeah. A
Suicides.
lot of people.
I mean, it's either the most
was
coincident.
always-
It's always the most coincidental, or
Always-
I don't know. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. In my mind, he was murdered.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Come on now.
I talk about that a lot, but no way.
It's like the saying "suicide by a bullet in the back of the head."
Suicide by cop. You mean?
Yeah, no, suicide by a bullet in the back of the head.
Oh yeah, that's impossible.
Really.
It can't happen. But no, Nick is. That's just when we read that comment. I said, I got to read that one on air. Jamie, thank you for that. Then we got Max. Max says if they want to put Trump away, they better put the bag of crap currently in office in prison too. Our country's leaders has a legit crackhead as a son. That plus the dementia, the bullshit liberal agenda, and Musk is a disaster waiting to happen. Oh, Elon Musk. First of all, I don't give a fuck about.
Didn't they find drugs on him though?
Who?
Hunter.
They find drugs on a lot of people and let them go. So you can't say that. I mean, maybe he's ratting.
But everyone's doing drugs, especially up
drugs.
there.
Drugs. You know, my
Yeah.
belief on drugs. Drugs is a personal issue unless you're doing a crime to get them
You
or
said
giving
a
them.
crackhead. That's so funny.
You did say.
said a
So
crackhead.
Max
That's
says
so
crackhead.
funny.
I got a kick out of that. He is right about. Obviously, he's right about dementia. I hate to say that. Listen, we don't know. Obviously, we're not around the guy, but I'm around an old person all the time, and I see early stages of dementia. And what I see, and if I could see it, how much are they hiding?
But even like if you just take all like the things you don't know, what we do know is he's an awful public speaker, and
Yeah, but he won
that alone should be like.
But
why
no.
No, I'm
come
just saying like
on.
why it's your career. That's like you doing all this, but you can't form a sentence, Larry. How
But-
far could you really get doing this? and
Listen,
not
if
be able to
I got
form a
where I'm at
sentence?
now, then you got to give me credit. I did whatever. But you're wrong on that because one of the most smartest guys I thought could have been a president was a Republican named Michael. He switched to Democrats. Michael Bloomberg, who's one of the richest men in the world, top 20, top 15, maybe top 10, richest men in the world. You know who he is, Michael Bloomberg?
No.
Michael Bloomberg was the mayor of New York, a Republican, and he ended up switching to Democrat run. Great ideas, one of the greatest mayors in New York's history, but fucking can't speak worth shit.
And that's what I'm saying. And
He didn't go anywhere with the president. Nationally, he didn't go anywhere. My
I'm
point.
just saying there might be puppets behind, pulling strings.
Well, if
and-
someone could be a puppet, he's the fucking guy with the strings.
on
He's got
now.
20 fucking. He's worth like $80
and maybe
billion
he's doing
dollars.
it. Maybe he's the,
No.
Maybe he's the master.
Oh, come on, Nick. All right. So anyway, yes, liberal agenda. Listen, sadly, I don't like the liberal agenda, but there are liberal things I like. Again, I like the drugs. I like sex. I don't give a fuck what you do. I am a social liberal, straight out. I am a fiscal conservative, But I don't like the church telling me to fucking go, what the fuck they want to tell me. Fuck them. Fuck anybody. So I am a social liberal, but a fiscal conservative, meaning I don't like when the government takes my money or anybody's money and just gives it away. I'm not for that. I think workers should get it. But I don't think any lady
yeah,
should
that's like
ever
saying,
eat
like,
cat food.
Oh, we need to have more taxes. You know, like
To
if
give
you're-
more money.
Yeah. Oh, if you're making more than this much a month or a year, we're gonna take more taxes out.
Well, they do. They do that. That's normal.
No, I know, but at a certain point, who's actually your tax? It's all gonna get stolen anyways. I
Well,
don't
see,
think there's
Nick,
some.
you're not coming. You come up with something that explains to somebody why. I know where you're going with it. I mean, obviously, we can't, as a people, say. I often used to say when I was your age, "Fuck, I'm paying taxes. Why should I pay for this program here
Yeah.
in this area that I don't give a fuck about?" But then, if you're going to take a tax, it has to be evenly. So the tax that I give there, somebody else is giving me a tax over here, if that makes sense. Why should older people pay for anything to do with schools? And they do in every community they live in. Why? They have no kids in school anymore. Should they not pay it? You know why they pay it? Because if not, that person who's 30 years old who has a kid or 40 years old as a kid in school has to pay it all. Now, he can never get to that person where he's at that age of 70 where he doesn't have to. So we have to have some kind of a distribution of that. And I'm not saying distribution of wealth. That I don't believe
That's
in.
what I was saying.
Yeah,
It's like I don't believe.
But they
that
have
you're
to have
gonna-
they came up with a tax bracket because, listen, when the more you make, okay, you're going to probably be using more resources. Think of this. People who make a lot of money, what do they do more? They have cars, so they drive more, so they're using the roads more. Well, a person who makes a lot of money, he flies a lot, right? So he's putting more carbon in the air. And so there's a lot of reasons why people with more money are taxed more. Property taxes, they own more land.
I'm saying who's distributing all these taxes
Yeah,
out.
see,
That's exactly what I was
that's
trying
your
to say.
politicians who
That's
you.
exactly who
But
I'm
see,
saying.
Nick, you don't want to vote. That's who does that. Who puts your taxes where it goes is Congress, the legislators, or Larry, who buys the person.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah, see,
my-
and it goes back always to the part where like, oh, I say it's corrupt, and you're like, it's not corrupt, but I corrupted it. You
No,
know,
but Nick,
like, come
listen,
on, bro,
listen, Nick,
come on,
no,
dude.
Nick, no, you're being very naive. You're not being naive to the point of, but you're not. You're just saying fuck the whole system, and you have to have a system.
I didn't say we don't need a
Okay,
system.
so if
That's
you
not
have,
at all
well,
what I'm
and you've
saying,
never
bro.
came up with one thing that could be better.
I'm not in it. Come on.
Was that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I thought someone was at the door. Okay, Max, good one there. I agree with you. Take care of the crap. As far as Trump, if he is guilty, my saying, he should be held accountable. What that guilty and what accountability is a whole nother story. Okay, and then with the last comment on this, we got Sohung, Sohung, Souhung, Sohung. Wow, good for you,
What a good
Sohung.
name.
Sohung. I need that name. So, if he
buy it from him. Ask him
if
how
he
much
gets
wants.
imprisoned, the world might take the U.S. seriously again. If he becomes president again, the U.S. will sink like the breaking ship it is. No, it won't. Obviously, Sohung is liberal, but I don't mind that you're liberal. I really don't, because I don't look at you like that. But I disagree if he's in jail. Fuck the world. The world doesn't know our problems. We don't give a fuck what's going on in other countries, and we shouldn't. Do we give a fuck that Kim Jong-un is running a country and whatever media says, whatever they say? Who knows what's really going on in that country? Maybe
Yeah,
he's
so it's
elected because he's got the
blocked off, yeah.
biggest cock in fucking goddamn Korea. Who the fuck knows? We don't know. Obviously, we know a little bit, as much as the media will tell us. So my point is, no, I don't think one thing ever like this will ever make or break the United States of America. And if it does, then we're weaker people than you ever thought. We came together as a people, the United States, as, you want to talk a massive people. We came together as a people in World War II to stop from fucking speaking German. Really why we came together. We were bombed by Japan, who entered World War II. Germany was in World War II. They entered World War II on their side and fucking bombed the United States on December 7th, 1941. My dad went to the military, obviously. He was in the Navy. And they came together. women were working in fucking car factories to build Jeeps and everything they had to do to make, and they did, and we won. The United States won the fucking war. Otherwise, we wouldn't be the United States we are today. Now, always the victor writes the script, and that's just normal. So, I don't know. Maybe speaking German wouldn't have been a bad thing. I don't know. You know, my point is we are where we are because our people, in the United States people, stuck up for our beliefs here, whatever they were collectively. Sadly, it took a tragedy like to lose thousands of people in Pearl Harbor and get attacked for us to come together as a country. I don't know if that even would do it today, but I think if a fucking Russia hit a couple of fucking nukes in St. Louis, I think you'd join the military.
No, no.
What would you do? Nothing.
I'm not joining the military. No.
Would you do something to help fucking get America
I'll
back?
Hand out some flyers and
whatever the fuck. You're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Believe me. I think you're Nick. I know you. You'd do something. We'd fucking work harder here to get the message out, but we'd do something.
But I'm not gonna go be a drummer boy in the front lines.
Oh,
That's not what I'm doing.
That ain't that way. Man, could you Nick made a point, guys. Just could you imagine back in the Civil War days, they line up in a fucking line and march at each other shooting. But the drummer boy is the one with not even a rifle in his hand.
It was so hard to comprehend learning that shit, like in 4th grade. Like, this is what they did? Like, you have drums.
Do you know why they did that? Do you know why they did that?
Why?
Because they won all the Indian wars. The Indians were erratic. Obviously, they weren't organized like that. They, fucking scattered and all over this. And columns and people, organization won. And that's what won. So they would end up, that's the way it was.
So fucked, dude.
Yeah, because we know so much now, Nick.
Yeah,
But
I
we
know.
didn't
Back
know.
then, I know.
What do you think? They got on fucking
not
Twitter
from that,
and fucking Facebook and said, don't do this, man. Did you see what happened over in fucking...
I'm just saying, even the common sense of me back then, I would not fucking hold a drum when there's 3,000 people behind me with muskets.
Yeah, but those 3,000 point the gun at you and say, give it a shot, or we shoot you right here. What do you do?
No, that's what I'm saying. It was all.
No, what do you do?
Drummer boys had to be forced to drum in the front lines.
Otherwise, you.
Like, that's what I want to know. Is how the fuck did you become a drummer boy in the front lines? Tell me that. Someone let me know, please.
No rifle, no.
Like,
nothing.
I know these kids did not sign up for this.
But I got something for you. You want to talk about no guns in a war? You know a Medal of Honor winner? You ever see the movie? Fuck that movie. People are gonna know it. What a great movie about a guy who was a conscientious. You know what conscientious objective is? No. Person like you who doesn't believe in war, does not believe.
Oh, I mean, I believe in war.
Wait.
I believe in war. I'm
does
just
not
gonna
believe
be
in picking up a
active
gun
in it.
against
No.
someone. His religious beliefs.
I mean, if someone was attacking me personally, yeah. But if you're gonna ship me off somewhere to do something else, no. If you come in my house, I'll pick a gun up.
But listen
But
to this.
I'm not gonna go.
You don't have a gun. Tell you to pick it up.
Huh? I'll go get one.
Go to the streets. Let me explain something. There was a guy who was conscientious objective in World War II. He was it World War II? Yeah, it was World War II. He ended up going in the military, obviously, because he was drafted. He had to go, but he did not believe in carrying a gun against anybody. His religious belief. They went and they tried. His father was in the military. He went and they did. They court-martialed. It didn't matter.
Couldn't you just also just not try? Like,
No, listen. Listen what he did. He became a medic, but there's no carrying guns. Did you know he ended up getting the Congressional Medal of Honor because he saved so many people? Hacksaw Ridge, or not Hacksaw Ridge. Because he ended up going up and down this rope and carrying people in the middle of gunfights. And he was like, unreal. You got to watch the movie. Really, really good movie. And the movie it's a true story. And this man, they even interviewed him, and the unbelievable what he did, to save.
Was he a doctor
and the courage
originally?
No. And he saved all these people.
He was just transporting him?
And he was a medic.
Okay.
And he saved all of these people. And people, the men with the guns were like in awe of this man because the courage and the whatever, the drive, courage, everything to do what he did. He was convicted to do this, and he did it. It was just amazing and really amazing.
Well, that's why I give props to even people who do go to the military. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. But holy shit, there are people that are out there. props to you, dude. That is fucking some shit.
You know, I'm retired military.
That's what I'm saying. That's some fucking shit.
I always give props to anybody in the military with me.
Yeah, props.
No.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to say I'm shit.
No,
I'm
no.
I'm not.
I am
dude.
retired military. Do you give me props?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I get that look. I'm retired military. You know, you should. Matter of fact, weren't you holding some of my medals the other day?
Gave a little. You got a big box of them.
Of medals.
Yeah. I don't know what it even mean, but
fuck. See, Nick, you think he'd say, "Wow, Larry, I gotta respect you, Larry. You know, you fucking were in the military. You got medals for saving people. You did this shit." You know what he said? What's this shit? You see the crap I get, everybody?
I said, are we throwing these out or are we saving them?
Yeah.
He said, those are my medals.
Fucking kid. He goes, look at this. He opens up a box and there's medals in it. And she goes, what? Did you read one, a humanitarian one?
Well, no, what I said was, you got a medal in the mail recently because they never gave it to you, right?
And
then I kind of...
No, they did give it to me, but I lost it or something, and you gave me, and he showed me. I found one of my medals, but I have I think 3 medals, and
you have 3 medals. There's more than that in there.
No, but some of them are not high as medals. Those are
important medals.
Very important medals. Yeah, like saving people. And
is that karate chop one?
Yeah,
yeah,
the karate chop. It's a hand slap one. No. Yeah. Fucker. Oh, we got to go, Nick. We had a great time talking about Donald Trump. So where do we stand on Donald Trump as of today?
I love the show. Just keep the show running.
You don't want to see anything stop, do you? You just love the fucking
If he's guilty, the show's going to keep going. If he's innocent, the show's going to keep going.
So then you're just loving the show.
At the end of the day, I'm here to watch the show.
You know, Nick, we need to put holes in these tables.
What a good idea.
Thank you. I always come up with the best ideas.
What a great idea, Larry.
I always come up with good ideas, don't I?
What an awesome idea.
So, anyway, everybody. Fuck. We have a great show. Nick, thank you again. Nick's going to be coming on more. We're going to hack it up. We're going to do more fan
that's fun.
Fan talking.
Questions.
Questions and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And everybody, please follow us on all social media. We are everywhere. Please. Oliva. Thank you again, Oliva. They are our key sponsor. They're the good people down Oliva Cigar. They are the manufacturers of the Crooked Diamond cigar. I'm going to be in Daytona, I think, Sunday and Monday maybe. I don't even know anymore. Whatever. It's going to be soon here. Next year.
Hit him up.
Sam. Well, I hope he hears that one. I love Sam. Anyway, he's getting the runaround. So I feel.
Oh, for sure. He's all over the place. Sam is.
Well, because he's getting a runaround. He's not. It's not him.
Yeah.
He's not all. He's focused.
No, but they're like running.
Fucking Sam's focused. Sam puts his eyes on something.
What I'm saying is also Sam he's focused, but he's got to do a lot of shit.
No, I know, but Sam, when he's got something, he won't fucking quit until I buy that tent. Now we're not going to use it, baby. I love him. Anyway, everybody, hope you like the show. Please pass the word. We're going to be doing more of this. Nick, again, thank you again. We're going to do more of this. Have a great day, everybody. If you have any show ideas, anything, please email us. If you want to come on the show, you have a good topic, something like that, email us. You can always email us at nicholas.balcom@gmail.com. That's nicholas.balcom. You can find it at the end of YouTube. You can find it everywhere else. And we will definitely hear you out, and Nick will answer. Have a great day, everybody, and please stay safe.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.